Okay, May 20th, 21st, and my timer is set to go off at 1800, so I've got 36 seconds left. 35, 34, 30. So I better go. 30 seconds, let's go. And so when it goes off, my pump's gonna kick on, and that's gonna start the cycle. Right now, the grow beds are dry. No water. And going up. Makes a trippy noise when it kicks on. And hear it thunk on, you know, feel it in your chest. Voila. Now the water level is going to rise in these barrels, which is the outflow from the pond. These two barrels, they're identical. Okay. Got a good flow building up in here. Down the pipe. And it's going to dribble out the lowest ends first. 1. 2. And this will be the second to the last one. And then the last one. See how the cherry stems? They've been getting they fall in the filters and then get sucked through the system and get stuck in places and throws off my flow. And since I added this grow bed, I don't have good overflow protection anymore. So I'm ruining this decision a little bit, but it's no problem. It's just a fun project. Only on its 3rd year running, so you know, kind of I dabble. Alright, so this is the newest grow bed so far. And I'll have to look at the previous video. I feel like these lemon cucumbers, they were one of the first to go in, and they didn't really go. This is a kiwi. But it's been in my sump tank for some months, and I thought I would like it, but I think maybe it didn't like it, and maybe it's a dead shrub. But I'll give it a shot anyway and see if there's some life come back to it, and that's the idea. And the acorn squash, I think, is definitely doing something in here with these new leaves. I have Haha, cool drill with a hole saw. And 1, 2, 3 lined grow beds over here, but I don't have gravel in them, obviously, and I don't have the drains all plumbed up, and it has to hook into that drain down there, and I'll have to put a T fitting in there instead of a 90 there at the bottom. If my camera lets me zoom, boom. That one right there needs to be a T instead of a 90, so I can hook in on the other side, on this side with the pipe, drain pipe. And I was thinking ahead, my supply pipe has a little outlet, so I can put a second 1-inch pipe off of there, and then I'll have to put valves on them and stuff. Something else I'll have to do is the overflow protection. This is the highest point in the system, and so once this line gets saturated and all the other grow beds are on valves, then there's nowhere for the water to go but to overflow up in my fish tank. So I think what I'm going to do is take this pipe here and extend it even further up until it's just a bit higher than that pipe. And that way, if there isn't, and then I'll have to put valves on these grow beds over here. But then once that happens, I'll have enough to, that's not a 2-inch pipe, it's an 1.5-inch pipe, but that's a lot of flow to take over and then dump back into the sump tank in case one grow bed gets clogged up or something like that, and then the other grow beds can share the hydraulic load, I guess. What else? So I had a hard time balancing my flow rate and everything, and what I ended up doing was evening it out with this drain line. It's just a tiny little bit of water. If I close it, it's too much, and it either floods the grow bed or the fish tank up there. I'm not sure. I forget. Anyway, gotta have that dribbling. Everything vegetable wise looks good. This grow bed, tomatoes seem to be kicking off. Yellow beets are not dead or dying. The grapes are good, but say that they need nitrogen, I think. The eggplant that I thought I lost is coming back. No seeds sprouting in the sand seed sprouter yet. And red currant bush, marshmallow bush, very successful. You can see how far down the sump tank has gone, and it'll continue to go further down. These 3 grow beds, the drain pipes have holes drilled in them, so when the pump shuts off, it slowly drains one into the next, into the next, into the next, and then out the tube. So by the end of the hour, these are all empty of water. I really tried to avoid any standing water in the system unless it's being actively aerated like in this tank, or if it's super shallow in here, but that's also flood and drain, flood and drain, flood and drain, because it's all on an hourly thing. This one is just held with the water levels right here. Alright. Oh, why did I come over here? Because the loganberry plant is producing all those. Oh, wonderful. Alright. Well, I'm going to go eat some loganberries, I guess. And until next time.